Hey everyone, welcome back to the DRX Automobi channel. Today we've got something special lined up for all the car enthusiasts out there.
As Halloween approaches, we are always reminded to inspect our sweets for any signs of mischief. These days, what would be lurking in caramel that could cause trouble? Recalling it is challenging. Here's something else that's been slipping between our fingers the whole time. A V6 engine powers this Ford Ranger. This inconspicuous midsize pickup can now compete in speed with the soaring Ranger Raptor thanks to the optional powertrain's 315 horsepower, which is the icing on the cake. Pros: surprisingly good riding quality, adequate performance to startle the Raptor, and no discernible drop in fuel efficiency as compared to the four-cylinder. Nearly as long as good and plenty, well, give or take 120 years, Ford's twin-turbo 2.7-liter V6 has been in production. The 2014 F-150 Turbo 6 was an anomaly among F-150 power plants since it was the only one to not use an aluminum block. Updates to the V6 have been doled out by Ford throughout the years. The engine is available as an option in the Ranger and Bronco for $2,195 more than the basic turbocharged 2.3-liter 4. The twin-turbo V6 is also a bit of an anomaly in the mid-size truck segment. Every Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyon uses a Turbo 4, as does the Toyota Tacoma. The Jeep Gladiator, Nissan Frontier, and Honda Ridgeline use larger V6s, none of which are turbocharged, nor do they offer as much horsepower or torque as the Ranger. The test results certainly highlight the latter point. The V6, which could only be had on the four-wheel drive Ranger XLT and Lariat trims, achieved remarkable acceleration metrics. Jumping from 0 to 60 miles per hour takes 5.6 seconds, which is 0.6 seconds faster than the four-cylinder Lariat we tested and 0.3 seconds slower than the 405 horsepower Raptor, which is driven by a slightly bigger and significantly more potent twin-turbo 3.0-liter V6. With a 90 pound-foot torque advantage over the base 2.3-liter, the V6 can go from a 5 miles per hour roll to 60 miles per hour in 1.4 seconds less time. The XLT we drove wore an as-tested price of $47,655 but still kept things pretty basic with a keyed ignition, manually adjustable cloth seats in the same color as a used coffee filter, and manual climate control. We also found it a little funny that the temperature readout lacked any actual numerical values. This left us feeling like we were looking at an electoral map of sorts, guessing as to what might be a comfortable temperature based on how deeply red or blue the thermostat's gradient was. For just a couple grand or so extra, Ford's V6 gives the Ranger the type of scoot typically reserved for big performance players like the Raptor. The standard Ranger is improved by the optional powertrain, which brings it closer to the Raptor's $57,315 starting price without including all of the off-road tech, Fox dampers, and 33-inch tires found on the Raptor. Verdict: the performance of the Ranger's optional V6 does more than just bark at the moon. We think the V6 is a meaningful upgrade, and for folks actually using the Ranger's 7,500-pound towing capacity or its 1,711 pounds of max payload, for WD only, the added juice during passing maneuvers is a sweet treat. The V6's passing power is even more impressive, something Ranger drivers are likely to rely on more often than tire warming launches from a stop. It takes just 3.1 seconds to accelerate from 30 to 50 miles per hour, just 0.1 seconds slower than the Raptor and 0.6 seconds quicker than the base engine. From 50 to 70 miles per hour, the V6 Ranger is even more remarkable. Its 3.8 second time is 0.1 second improvement over the Raptor's and 1.8 seconds quicker than a 326 horsepower Tacoma hybrid we tested.